We're done.
All right, time being 6 o'clock, I'm going to open the Board of Selectmen's meeting and ask everybody please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone. And just so everyone knows, we have Selectman Bolio on speakerphone. He is up in Augusta, Maine. So, we have a very short agenda tonight, which actually just got shorter today. So I'm going to move on right into acknowledgements. This is where we recognize and show respects to the people who passed the previous month and celebrate the birthdays of this month. There are no passings noted this previous month. Birthdays, we have a few. We have Matt Walsh, Fire Department, Jason Nicole, Fire Department, Wade Foss from the Highway, Andrea Reed from the Police Department, Brett Wiggin from the Fire Department, Nicholas Nergianicus from the Police Department, Abigail Flanagan, Fire Department, Kate Thurston, Fire Department, Marion Trafton, Trustees of Trust Funds, and Bill Witten, Government Buildings. I'd like to wish these individuals a happy birthday and thank them for their service to the town of Milton and the town's people of Milton. So, with that part being said, we are going to move on to approval of minutes. We had a cancellation today from Piscataqua Regional Estuaries, and they're going to be here next month, so we'll move on to the approval of minutes.
Okay, so, for January 14th for the special meeting.
Yep.
Are you all set?
I'm all set, yep.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve these minutes.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Everybody snickering because I hear a little voice pop up every now and then, like.
Okay.
And for the non-public, first session,
Yep. I'm also there.
I will approve these as sealed.
Okay. I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
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 And for January 20th, I'll make a motion to accept these minutes as said.
I will. You talk about the second session or the
January 20th meeting minutes.
regular meeting?
Yep.
Okay. I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Still there? Mike?
Yep.
Okay, I heard it. Aye.
Yeah.
No, I just heard I heard the phone just kind of do a little song.
And January 20th for the meeting minutes for the non-public session 1, I will approve these as sealed.
I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
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 That is the end of the minutes. Up next, we got administrative comments.
Okay. So I sent out an email to the board Friday, I think it was, in regards to their meeting that they have once a month. Right now, they're working on the natural resource chapter of the master plan for the town. They're looking for a board member to attend that 1-hour segment, which would be just prior to each of their regular meetings.
Or who's regular meetings? What meetings?
Conservation.
Oh.
Conservation Commission. And they're looking for a selectman's rep to attend just that one hour portion that's before their regular starting time.
What time is the regular start time? 6:30?
I think so.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman?
What's that?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I read that email and I'd like to step up to the plate on that. I'd like to be the selectman to do that.
Okay, if you want to, that's fine.
Unless you or Andy would like to have it.
Well, I just said I'd do that. I just said I'd do that, but you probably didn't hear me, but that's okay.
Yes.
So if you want it, you can have it.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you. And then, the other thing that I have is I received a letter from the association. the legal division at NHMA, and there's a, in the New Hampshire Rules of Professional Conduct, attorneys are required to retain client files for 6 years. After that, they may destroy them. That includes the inquiries from municipalities to NHMA that are done throughout the year. So as of anything older than January 2010, they will be destroying unless you specifically want those records. I recommend you just have them destroyed.
I was gonna say, I can't think of what records would be that old that we would want.
And
but-
then another thing to consider is each year, you know, the laws change on certain municipal RSAs, and they most likely would not be valid anyhow, so.
I'm fine. Now,
Yeah.
want to give me a motion to
I'll make a motion to
let them
have the
destroy them?
records destroyed.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
That's all I have.
Selectmen comments. Mr. Austin.
This meeting's going right along here. Wow. I just have a couple of things from the rec. The Winter Carnival is March 11th and 12th this year. Karen was notified today that for the summer kickoff with the North Shore Outboard Association is holding the divisional championships here. So that's actually pretty huge. You know, the boat races.
Yep.
So the divisional championships are going to be right here at the Milton Three Ponds.
Nice.
So that's pretty good. She said they should. It'll bring up quite a crowd. So that's exciting. And then on Sunday there will be a car show hosted by the Granite State Street Rod Group. So that'll be on Sunday. I just want to let everybody know that the deliberative session for the school is this Saturday coming at 1 o'clock. Hopefully, you know, people can come. It's you know, this is our community, this is our town, it's our school. So if you care, you know, you might want to come and listen to what they have to say. But other than that, you know, tonight is our last night, unfortunately, with Miss Dion for a regular Selectmen's meeting. And I just want to let Liz know that, you know, I appreciate all your hard work. You've been a huge asset to this town, and we're going to miss you.
Couldn't have been said better.
Thank you very
You've
much.
done a lot for the community.
I will miss everyone.
This is when we're supposed to clap.
And that's all I have.
Okay, actually, I just have a couple things. First one, to remind everybody that we are having a candidates forum on February 18th. I'm not exactly sure the time yet. I think it's probably 6 o'clock,
I thought it was 6:30.
6:30.
They said 6 p.m.
I was gonna say, I thought it was 6 p.m.
Oh, 6 p.m.?
Yeah, I thought it was 6 o'clock.
It was announced by the moderator for 6.
Yep, and that's kind of what I remembered. It's gonna be held here. It's gonna be recorded via camera. So it will be available on YouTube. So I just wanna make everybody aware of that. Also, another thing, the Board of Selectmen, we decided at the deliberative session, when we had a little meeting there as well, to host another meeting to go over all the warrant articles here in front of the camera, because the deliberative session was not recorded. So we are going to ask the fire chief and all parties involved in front of the camera so it can be seen. So we do not have a date for that yet. I guess it's pretty much going to depend. I know we can't do it Wednesday. A town administrator is not going to be available Wednesday, so maybe next week or later this week. So you let us know what your schedule is. And I know Nick has having some, you know, problems with his pet, and so we got to kind of work around the base schedule. But I think it's important to get this in front of everybody. So and that's all I have. Public comments.
Hey, John,
Yes, I'm sorry, but you got Mike.
So anyway, I wanted to thank everybody who showed up at the open house in the fire department. And they had quite a busy day that day. Found myself giving the tour, and we had some people show up to show them the bad conditions of that fire station, number one. And I wanted to thank everybody who showed up at the deliberate session to listen to the town budget and all the warrant articles. And it would be nice if we could even have some participation to do the warrant article for the fire department. Nick has done a wonderful job. Andy's done a wonderful job down there. And I just want to thank everybody for all the participation they put into the town.
Thank you, Mike. And I didn't mean to ignore you, just without being here, I just kind of went right over me. So, thank you.
No problem. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah. All right, now public comments.
Stan, I'm here as the chairman of the commissioners of the Milton Water District.
Yeah.
It was brought to my attention this morning that the fire department wanted to have a controlled burn of a house or a cabin directly behind our pump 5. Unfortunately, that falls within the wellhead protection area, which is 250 feet. The water district cannot let this happen. There's a potential of contaminating the wells. And if you contaminate that well, you can contaminate the whole system.
Yeah, through backflush or whatever, backflow.
It has asphalt shingles. We don't know what's insulation. We just don't know what is going to happen. So I'm basically here to give you notice that if it was to go forward, the town's taking all the liability if that well or the system gets contaminated.
Yeah.
From what I understand, the states changed their mind about letting them do it. So I haven't seen that in writing, but that's my understanding.
Yeah,
And I think it needs to be on record that we by no way can allow that.
Now, did you ever hear back from DES today? I know
No, I haven't.
there's a separate division of DES.
Right, drinking water
Drinking
division.
water division of
Yeah.
DES.
Yeah.
That is saying no. I tend to agree with it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually did talk to Paul Cooksman
Can you state your
myself.
name for this one?
Josh Byron with the fire department. I spoke with Paul at the water division of
Mhm.
DES. He actually has no authority to shut this down. It comes from the open burning division. So the call was placed to him as well, which I haven't got a call back from him. So DES has not shut this down yet, because the water division has no authority to do that, because this is an open burning scenario, not a water pollution issue.
Okay.
Yeah, but unfortunately, when is this supposedly?
Saturday.
This Saturday. But it supposedly could be a water pollution issue after the burn. I mean, I don't know. But I think we gotta get some more
Yeah,
information.
I'd be inclined to err on caution, and that is to make sure we don't pollute the water. Because if that does, it gets back through, I mean, you're looking at a potential that could bankrupt this town, if that is the case.
Without a doubt.
Well, I guess the question from the fire department standpoint too is, what's the baseline of the test of the water, right? We don't know what the baseline test is right now, right? So,
Are you saying of that well?
correct.
We do know. Just
Okay.
last week we just rebuilt that
It
well.
said
to-
3 months from now is the test.
No,
Is what
we
your
just
gentleman
rebuilt
said.
that well and you had to send new samples in, 2 weeks or last week, and they know all on record what that well exactly represents. It's all within the last 10 days. So we do know how that,
The
good that
baseline.
well is.
The baseline is what you're
Yes.
trying to say.
Yeah. We just got authorization to run that well again, because after you rebuild it, then you have to do certain steps that the state will have to allow you to run it. So that's where we're at this point. So we just got authorization to run the well again, everything's all set, so we do know. So there's no question, was there any contamination there prior to this particular incident?
Right, okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, Josh and Devin, I mean, it's a huge risk for the town. I think, are we gonna get some more information that,
I would hope we would get something from DES, both divisions, in writing, because,
I guess I would ask this question too.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
Where is this potential coming from? what is this based upon, other than somebody's speculation that it's going to contaminate the groundwater? Is there any case history on this? Is there any?
No, we got Selectmen here that wants to make a
Sure.
comment, so, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
Hi, Mr. Chairman, thank you. So how far away, number one, is this from the shoreline? Might be an issue there too. You talk about pump station 5. Is that right next to Mr. Canning's little hut there?
Stan's shaking his head no. You couldn't hear him, but I saw it.
No, that's the original pump, and then when we made wells over in Rocky Point, we designated them number 1 through 4 and renumbered this to 5. But it is the one on 125 White Mountain Highway, right by where Mr. Canny had his fish tackle place.
So it's right on the shoreline.
Correct.
So, they might not be able to do that with shoreline zoning.
We already have.
There might be a violation of shoreline zoning if they do that.
It's 150 feet from our well, and the well head protective is 250 feet radius. And to answer your question, asphalt shingles is a petroleum-based product. That alone, without going into the ground, is a hazard. We don't know about any other contaminants, what might be insulation, whatever may be in that house. Do we have proof? No. But you don't have proof there isn't any. I don't feel that anyone should take this risk. When we did the survey, what people wanted from this town, good water was like number 2 on that survey. And this is taking a risk that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see reports come back from both divisions, DES, we could. Can you get a report from the Clean Water Division, Stan?
I'll have my operator, Mark Badger, actually, I had him talk to Liz today.
Yeah, I understand.
And I'll have him, whatever we get provided with, I'll supply you with.
Okay.
But you also have your calls in, so you may get your own responses.
Right, so, but at this point, I don't see it happening Saturday. I really don't. Today's Monday, we got this week, I don't see it happening Saturday at all, because we need to get responses. I'm not willing to risk the welfare of this community just to get rid of the building. I mean,
So it's not just so we know, it's not just to get rid of the building, right? This is a very rare opportunity that we get to do this. I can't remember the last time that somebody
Understand.
donated a useful house for us to get training.
No, I
So we
understand.
have everybody lined up to be there. Probably 80 to 90% of the department has made commitments. I've taken the day off to go and do this training, so.
Yeah, no, I understand that, Devin.
It's not just
I-
personnel, right? I mean, we have funds, resources tied up into this already.
The guy paid for all the asbestos testing to have the asbestos removed for us.
Yeah, unless we get something between now and then that says the contrary, I'm not willing to take that risk.
What is the contrary though? And I guess I asked
From-
that because
from
we
both-
haven't been declined through DES yet.
I'm saying, I want to see reports and something in writing from DES on both divisions. You know, the other division you're talking about and the drinking water, clean water division. Because, like I stated earlier, something were to go wrong, it could bankrupt this town.
So at this point, you guys will be in touch with Nick
Yes.
and
Yep.
figure it out.
I
Yep.
apologize.
But we didn't come to debate it, we just.
Oh, no, I
wanted to
understand.
get our
No.
side and-
I fully understand you guys' position, I really do.
But the sooner the better, because like you said, we have a lot tied up into it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, thanks. Comments, Mike?
Is it DES or DEP?
DES, DEP's in Maine.
What's that?
DEP is over in Maine, DES is over here in New Hampshire. Same division, just different initials.
Owner, be it the town or a private person, is under a contract deadline to dispose of the property, and it will not be available at a later date. Secondly, there is no technical quantifier for 1,000 square feet of asphalt shingle, either 1 or 2 layer application. A standard square of asphalt shingles has the gallonage equivalent of oil of such and such. It also says nothing about the 250 foot
Radius.
radius and the impact of Route 125 and the degradation of oil drip travel from highway traffic, which was put in by the state DOT. So you could solve.
There are questions to be answered.
Yeah, you could solve the asphalt shingle problem by finding the number of gallons and the potential of those number of those gallons which would be burned off in a fire.
Yeah, well,
Let me
unfortunately-
enlighten the board, you probably don't know, not too many people probably know, the chief knows. Approximately 6 weeks ago, was it? I told you about wells over in Rocky Point. Someone from the trailer park went and dumped his motor oil over right next to one of our wells.
Oh my God.
5 quarts. He's looking at 7 years in jail. We were lucky with snow, we were able to clean it up. He's facing charges.
Good.
Gallonage isn't the issue. If they take 5 quarts as a major issue of potentially 7 years of imprisonment, that's how severe it is.
Thank you.
We were lucky to catch it, we caught his footprints right back to his place where he had spilt it out on his deck. So, and he admitted doing it, but it is a severe,
yeah.
it is a severe issue.
Yeah.
And we can't, personally, I don't feel we can take any risk of any water problems. I mean, look at some cities out in America now that they're getting bottled water because,
Right.
you know, they're having problems. I mean, we have great water, we came in number 2 in the state.
Yeah.
Let's not do
Yeah.
anything.
Well, like I said, I'm not
We do
willing,
have great drinking water
I'm
here
not
in
willing
this
to take
town.
that risk.
I mean,
I mean,
most,
it's, and plus there's the issue of runoff into the lake. That's a whole different issue too.
right. I mean, most communities that you have, you know, that, you know, unfortunately, if you have to buy your water from them, it's not that great. Milton has very good water.
The only thing we put in our water is soda ash. That's the only thing we have to, and that's for the pH.
And what, there's about 400 homes less?
374, I believe.
Yeah. And we can't take that
Risk.
risk,
No.
so.
You gonna reach out to DES again tomorrow?
I will, yes.
And see if it's, tell them, we need to have something in writing, and I would like to hear from both divisions.
So when I was speaking to Mr. Badger today, who's
Yeah.
the operator for the
Right.
plant, he told me he had spoken to a person at the drinking water division who said that apparently someone at DES had originally erred in judgment or made an error or something in allowing this to move forward without realizing the 250-foot radius of protection. And that the drinking water people did not have the right to revoke the permit, but they would be requesting the fire department on their own null it or, you know, pull it on their own. And he made a comment, I didn't quite understand it, but he made some sort of a comment about how DES, in fact, I think you and I talked about it, DES can act after the fact, but not beforehand, is that?
That's kind of like putting a door on a hen house after the
Yeah.
fox gets in.
Yeah.
You know, that, so they won't say much now, but after it happens, there comes the lawyers with guns
Yeah.
blazing. At everybody, the fire department, the town, you know, and like you said, it could bankrupt this town.
Yeah, good.
And we don't know what's in that building. We don't know.
Which building are we talking about?
I don't know exactly what, I know it's part of Little America,
Okay,
right behind the well, on the other side of the
yep,
cracks.
yep, okay.
So, I mean, I understand they want to practice, I know it's a good thing. Unfortunately, the location's not good.
Yeah, I wish it was somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right, like I said, I'm not willing to take that risk. We need to, yes, Mr. Bolio.
Yes, let the minutes reflect that I support your decision on holding off the burn till we hear back from DES.
Okay, thank you. So, anyone else for public comments? Not hearing any. I am going to close the public comments. Now I gotta make a motion to go back into non-public. Is that A or C? C, A.
You guys have a
Yep.
or tomorrow.
I'll make a motion to go back into non-public on the RSA 91A32A.
Second, I'm sorry.
Gray eye.
Who do I?
Ross and I.
Good night, Larry.
Have a good night, Larry.